Welcome back to Reflect Politics. My name is Brendan Plank. I just finished watching Elon Musk at CPAC, and the guy is either bipolar or on something, whether it's a drug or drunk, because you compare this interview with last night's and the night before, the interview that he had on Sean Hannity, where he's sitting there, he's very still, he's trying to remain as composed as possible. You compare that with the CPAC interview, and it's night and day. So I don't know what happened with Elon Musk. You can kind of share your reflections down in the comments below, what you think was going on with him. But let's watch him accept a chainsaw, the chainsaw of bureaucracy, he calls it, from the Argentinian president, who has just wrapped up a Bitcoin scam on the Argentinian people. He came to CPAC to deliver a gift for Elon Musk, and you're going to see what I'm talking about with Elon Musk's behavior.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy. Chainsaw!
That's perfect.
All right.
I love it.
There were other times throughout this interview where you could kind of tell that Elon was having a tough time formulating sentences, like this instance when he was asked about his purchase of Twitter.
If you got to protect the First Amendment, it's not much more important than that.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of criticism, and people said, well, that proves he's a huge idiot from a, look, he bought it for whatever, $44 billion, and now it's worth like 8 cents. And
it's not worth 8 cents.
but there's the, but it was essentially to buy freedom of expression.
And then he let slip that it's very easy to take advantage of the federal government when he was talking about Doge and whether or not 360-year-old Americans were still getting Social Security payments.
What do you?
And like, it's like, isn't it like but totally wild? Like we just did like a check the database on Social Security. Like says how many alive Americans eligible for Social Security are there? And according to the database, it's over 400 million. And we're like, wait a second.
And how many are getting?
How old are they again?
Yeah.
And then like we found like one person in there is like 360 years old. I'm like, what, did they know Ben Franklin or something?
Before the revolution.
I mean, America didn't exist before that time. Like so.
Yeah, we were colonies.
Maybe it's just me, but I think it's a red flag. I don't know.
But are there indications that there were checks going to those people or any of those people?
Well, yeah.
That's, I guess, the question, right? I get the Social Security Administration is dumb, but are they paying these people? Are they that dumb? I don't know.
A bunch of money is going out from the Social Security Administration, and in fact, from all entitlements programs.
$72 billion in waste in like 7 years. That's $10 billion a year.
Well, I think the
fraudulent payments.
The rough estimate from General Government Accountability Office is over $500 billion of fraud a year. $500 billion.
And how long of a time?
Per year.
Per year? On Social Security?
No. On all...
on all government.
On all entitlements.
All entitlements.
All
okay,
entitlements,
yeah.
It sort of actually makes sense when you look at the thing from a top level and say, like, okay, there's $7 trillion of spending by the government. What percentage do you think is fraudulent? Okay, exactly. Like a conservative estimate of the $7 trillion would be 10%. Conservative.
Probably a little higher than that, yeah.
Exactly.
Feels like a quarter out of every dollar, right?
But if the fraud's only 10% of $7 trillion, you've got $700 billion of fraud.
Pretty ironic there that Elon Musk, the guy who lives off of federal government contracts with SpaceX and Tesla, talks about how easy it is to take advantage of the federal government. And then did you notice how when he was pressed on whether or not that 360-year-old is getting Social Security payments, he just kind of evaded and went to, well, there's a theory that 10% of the government spending is corrupt and fraudulent. Didn't answer whether or not those 300-year-olds are getting paid. And that's because Elon is full of it. He's full of it. And that's why he won't appear before Congress and testify under oath. Because if that were to happen, all of Doge would crumble underneath the weight of having to tell the truth, which is just absurd where we are. And then if it was really the case that, you know, Elon Musk was the guy who was going in and finding waste, fraud, and abuse in all these other aspects of the government, but not SpaceX and Tesla, then why would he fire the inspectors general, right? This is something Democrats have been saying for the past few weeks. Nothing Elon says here makes any sense, except for when he lets slip that it's really easy to take advantage of the federal government, because that's what Elon Musk is doing. Now, I said that I was going to play a clip of the Sean Hannity interview from the past couple nights. And in this next clip, you're going to see Elon Musk being, again, very different from behaving very different than how he behaved at CPAC. And he's going to be talking about how America could fall and what would happen if America fell.
And if basically, like my concern is like if America is the central pillar holding up Western civilization, that pillar must be strong. If that pillar falls, the whole roof comes crashing down.
Including his
There's
ships.
no place to hide.
Including his ships.
There's no place
going
to
up.
run.
Nothing. There's nothing left.
Sounds like a pretty ominous message there from Elon Musk that if America goes, the entire world can go with it. Western civilization can go with it. Democracy can go with it. And so he really needs unfettered access to the Treasury Department. The only problem with that is, you know, America has seen ballooning debt for decades, almost a century. We've had struggles with inflation before, and we survived that before without Elon Musk and Doge, with just the bureaucracy that he claims to be dismantling. What I think Elon Musk is doing here is he's taking a page out of the fascist authoritarian playbook, and that's to gin up fear in the electorate so that they'll trust him as the savior. And the reason I think Elon Musk is using this strategy is because his favorability is declining. Tesla sales fell last year for the first time in the automaker's history. Undoubtedly, there are people on the board of Tesla and on the board of SpaceX who are very suspicious of Elon Musk and don't like how he is behaving. And so there might be moves being made behind closed doors to try to get Elon Musk out of the positions that he holds in these companies. So what I see here is that Elon, his behavior has created a pretty tumultuous situation for him. And so the way that he sees fit, you know, the guy who gave the Nazi salute, is to scare the people into thinking that he's their hero. But let me know what your reflections are down in the comments below about Elon Musk and his behavior at CPAC. And also be sure to subscribe to Reflect Politics so that you get my future videos delivered straight to you. Again, my name is Brendan. Catch you in the next video.